all right. Let's see here. Are we back? Are we back? We back. See what's going on here. Let's see here. We back, we back. Um, yeah, it looks like we still got a little bit of issues going on. That's what. Yeah, yeah. I was testing the stream to the Coltrane Gaming channel too, but that shouldn't be causing my issue, man. My man Lewis James, what's up with you, man? I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that super chat. Um, I'm just trying to monitor my stream right now. Well, I'll go for as long as I can until it act up again. Then we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with some fixes, man. I apologize. It do seem a little bit better, which means I may need to lower. I don't know, man. I don't know. But hopefully tomorrow or future shows it'll be a little bit better. Anyways, let me get through this. So basically, I think about our defense, man, and I'm thinking about how we have a good offense. We got the leader on offense. But when it comes to our freaking defense, I feel like we don't really have a personality over there, man. I get it. I feel like we trying to stick with the thieves have, and it just don't seem like we have that leader. We just don't have that leader or that heart, man. And I think about the past few seasons, we was kind of spoiled, man. We were kind of spoiled with Luke, and even though Luke wasn't as vocal, but you knew he had control of this defense. You knew he had the game on lock, and he had this defense in order. I just don't see us with that now. You know what I'm saying? I know it's early, but that's one of the things I feel like we're gonna have to watch for. Lewis James, what's up with you? It might be OBS. I mean, it could be OBS. It didn't start this until I made some changes to try to make the quality better. So it could be that. So with Luke, we had that. Now it's like, who is gonna be that voice now? And before I cammed up, somebody had brought up a couple of names. One was KK. One was Shaq Thompson. J-Dub say Trey Boston. And I'm gonna be honest, out of all those names, it's going to have to be Trey Boston. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's going to have to be Trey Boston, man. Because he does have that personality. He does bring a bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of motivation to the team, and to give them that moniker, because they love that name. They love it. I don't feel like we thieves have no more. It ain't the same. But I think it's something good for them to work towards. But why I got to be Trey? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we at now. And can Trey really command this team, from his position? You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we seen a safety in the Carolina Panthers really command a defense like that. Trey, I feel like, is a good leader, but I feel like he a leader to the DBs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's a leader to the DBs. I can't see KK running no defense. I don't see KK. KK is a really quiet dude. Same with Shaq Thomas. My man, Tree Fitty. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. The same with Shaq Thompson. He's supposed to be that. I think that's what we all want him to be. I have never seen Shaq in that type mode to really command the defense. And I think he's never had to do that. And the way Luke left, I don't think it ever gave him a chance to really step into that role. I think Luke had a chance to step into that role. Luke had a chance to step into that role because they was basically trying to give it to him. Shaq had the bomb dropped on him. Is he ready for that? I feel like that's what his role should be. Being that he is taking over for Luke. But has Shaq ever really been that vocal type linebacker, even with his position? Has he ever been that type? We knew that Thomas Davis, he's never played middle linebacker. He never had to say, look, I'm taking control of this team. He never had to say he was captain. You just knew it. I feel like right now the linebackers we have, they all seem like, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I could be wrong. Sidekicks. I'm used to seeing Shaq in the sidekick way. I don't mean like a bad sidekick. And I don't know a lot about Tahir. He's probably I think he might be the longest tenured defensive player we got on the team. If anybody knows anything, and nobody's really bringing up Tahir Whitehead, they're not really bringing him up. So I'm guessing that people who has followed his career, he's never been that type of leader. And it takes a special type of player, in my opinion, to command a defense. After watching Luke all those years, man. After watching Luke all those years, I expect a lot. Man. You know, I trusted him. I'm not doubting none of them. I'm not doubting any of them. But I expect a lot. I want my middle linebacker to be like Luke when it comes to commanding this defense. I want my linebacker to have a killer instinct, but at the same time be able to communicate. I don't want us to be lost. I know what it's like to have a lost behind defense, man. I know what it's like to have a lost defense. And I do not want that. We can even bring up Stephen Weatherly. After watching a couple of his interviews, I feel like he has the potential. Another veteran defensive player. I feel like he has the potential to really command his defense. But I don't know for sure. And for us to get out there with a team that really, I feel like if you don't have a leader, then everybody's just going to be out there doing what they want to do. Right? If you don't have a leader on the field, that means your defensive coordinator. Oh, man. I had heard something about this defensive coordinator that I really didn't like. But that means that your defensive coordinator has to be that leader. Okay? Your defensive coordinator has to be that voice. That coach that really drives this team, motivates the team. Is Phil Snow that coach? Is Phil Snow that type of coach to get his team lit, as the churns say? Do people still say that? To motivate this team, to be able to read defenses and change schemes. But look, this is what I had heard. I can't even repeat that mess. Because I don't want to go off on a tangent. Be talking about something else that I ain't got no business talking about. Devontae says, we don't even know if Phil Snow can coach at an NFL level. Facts. That's what I'm saying. We know he has some assistant jobs in the NFL, I believe. But he 83 years old and he just became a coordinator. This would have been perfect. This would have been perfect if Luke was still here. I think it would have worked hand in hand. It would have worked out well. But we talking about an inexperienced professional coach, NFL coach, with a defense that doesn't have, in my opinion right now, a leader on the field. This is going to be something very, very interesting to watch. This is going to be something very, very interesting to watch, but at the same time, this is another strike for our defense, man. This is another strike for our defense. J-Dub says he's been Rules DC defensive coordinator everywhere. And they ain't saying a whole lot. This is NFL. This the NFL. It would have been nice. It would be nice. But you know, let's be honest. Let me be honest real quick. We do have a team that we got a whole bunch of question marks everywhere. This season is a big question mark. So I don't think it's something huge to worry about. Because we might play 4 games and they'd be like, we're going to have to cancel the season. If this was a regular season, then I'll be much more worried. Is Stephen Weatherly trash or not? I see, oh, man. Cephas Williams and Tree Fitty, man. Y'all wild, man. Is Stephen Weatherly trash? I think he's a solid defensive end, man. I think he's solid. Is he trash? I don't think he's trash. I think he's a very smart player. But at the same time, if he was going to be our premier defensive end, I'd be upset. A good rotational guy, I like that. I like that. He a good rotational guy, but I don't think he's going to be. If we didn't have Brian Burns, Yetur, the young bulls who really, can come up behind the players I really want to watch, I probably would have been upset. See, I didn't know I knew Phil Snow. I said John Snow, yo. What I'm thinking about? I knew Phil Snow was basically an assistant. I didn't know he already had a defensive coordinator job. Maybe I read that somewhere. Maybe I did read that somewhere. But I know it wasn't at a level where we're at now. They ain't never been in no situation like this. Never, ever been in no situation like this at the NFL level. Maybe. I know Matt Rule has been, credited with rebuilding some programs. But this is a totally different monster, man. And y'all already see it's a totally different monster. In college, he able to build those rosters. He able to go build those, go recruit those kids and get who he wants and really build his personnel. He not doing that here. He going to have to work with what Marty Hurney give him. Phil Snow is going to have to work with what Marty Hurney give him. Now, if you the type of coach that can build something from that, then you elite. If you can still build success from having a GM in control of the personnel, and they want you to make a chicken sandwich out of chicken, you know what? Then you are a success. I'm not totally putting it on them like if we don't do well. I'm not gonna go in again today But I've been putting this blame on Marty. And what I'm saying is Matt Rule and Phil Snow are going to have to be successful. And Joe Brady. They are going to have to be successful at this level. I know they have been assistants. They may have been an assistant before in the NFL. And Joe Brady has worked with some good offensive minds. But it's a different type of monster right here. This is a different type of monster. Cephas Williams says Yetur is better than Weatherly, yo. We haven't seen. I don't want to say that. I want to believe that. I want to believe it. But Yetur ain't played at the professional level yet. I'm a hold my opinion. I'm gonna hold my opinion on that. But that's all I'm saying, y'all. I really don't know who our defensive leader is or will be. But if I had to choose, I would definitely choose Trey Boston right now. Y'all know how I feel about Trey. Y'all know, he shouldn't even be here, and y'all love him so much. I ain't gonna say all that. But looking at this roster now, someone who can really command, I think, other players' attention. Someone who he has game sense, I think. He has a lot of game sense. He's shown that he can be a leader to the defense. I don't see any other player that could do that. I don't see any other player on this team that could do that. Moni2K says KK and Trey. I think KK would make sense. Like I said, because he's probably one of the longest tenured players on this team, and he's an elite defensive player. But have you ever seen KK bark orders? Have you ever seen KK say, hey, have you ever heard any other player say, KK told me this and he been teaching me that? That's what I'm looking at too. Those are the type of attributes I'm looking for. Not to say they ain't got them. I ain't in the locker room. I'm pretty sure they love these players. But as far as the eye test, Trey pass it for me, man. Trey pass it for me. Cephas Williams said KK Short is too quiet. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to get at, man. And I know because I'm quiet and I don't want to lead nobody. Daryl, what's up with you? Said Rome wasn't built overnight. I can get with that. He said these Panthers are different. It's something about them. Plus every player buying into the cause. I want to believe that, man. And maybe I'm being impatient with this season, the stuff that's going on. Maybe I'm setting my expectations too high. Maybe with all the moves we made, I'm upset and I don't care about nothing they do, and it just making me mad. Anything they do just make me mad. I don't know. And I agree. Rome wasn't built in a day. Because really, if you look at this team, I'm going to try to not be negative. When you look at this team, it seems like we were trying to rebuild. I don't know what we're doing now, but it seems like we were trying to rebuild. So I like that idea. But then they start doing crazy stuff like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all rebuilding? Or like my man says, is a recharge? What are we doing? I'm curious to see. And I'm pretty sure once I see some football, all the complaining will stop. I promise you. Emily Jean, what's up with you? BJF, what's going on with you? That's pretty much it, y'all. Hopefully tomorrow's or the day after tomorrow stream will be a little bit better. I apologize for the technical issues, but you know your boy working them out, man. It's preseason, man. This preseason for me. This is preseason for me, man. Um, but yeah, y'all keep on thinking about that. I meant to put up a poll, but I'll put up the poll next time, man. J Dub says this is a retool. That would make sense. That's a good word for it. But I just think Marty don't know what he doing. I think we just trying to make excuses for Marty. He just don't know what he doing. Falcons Hawk Brave, what's up with you, man? No, I ain't ranting, man. Look, next time I get on here, I ain't ranting, man. I'm gonna be nice. I ain't complaining about nothing. I'm gonna get on here and be one of them Panther fans that say, I like it. Whatever the Panthers do, let's see what type of moves the Panthers made. Cause them the type of Panther fans that get love, boy. The Panther Twitter page love them type of fans. They don't like me. I've been making videos for the Panthers for I don't know how long. They still ain't follow me. They act like they don't see my tweets. I have seen them reply to people up under my tweets. And I think I'm a pretty positive dude. See now said, why you hold on. My bad, man. I just saw your tweet. See now. He said they don't need basically they don't need Alvin Kamara because they got Taysom Hill. That's a fact. That is a fact. So basically I'm trying to show y'all how some of these Panther fans be like. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to the Panther page real quick and I want to look at the Panther news. Teddy B is the best quarterback we ever had in the world. The Panthers place guard Chris Reed on a reserve COVID-19 list. Oh Lord, Chris Reed got COVID-19, man. Prayers up to him, man. Let's see. I'm trying to find some news, man. Curtis Samuel is the best we ever had. We love Curtis Samuel. Stop talking about Cam Newton. Jeremy Chin is the best. Like, there's nothing negative. Like, anything the Panthers do. Anything the Panthers do. I can't be that way. I'ma try. But that ain't me. That ain't me. Y'all, I done forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, that's pretty much it, y'all. I will be back hopefully tomorrow. I may be back later. So if y'all hit that notification bell, I might be back later so I can test my stream out, work out some of these bugs so I don't have to keep doing this, man. But everybody who joined and then rejoined, I appreciate you, man. You ain't had to do that. You could have said, man, I'm done. He aggravating. I'm done with the aggravating stream. But I appreciate y'all for joining your boy. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit me up on Facebook, facebook.com/PatColetrain. Hit me up on Twitter @PatColetrain. You know what? I just thought about something. I think I'm gonna do a show on talking about how I ain't got to agree with everything the Panthers do. I'm still a Panther fan. I love them. But I ain't got to agree with them. And that's pretty much it. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Oh, big shout out to my man's Tree Fitty, man. I appreciate the super chat. And my man's Louis James. Where you been at, dog? I hope everybody be safe, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. And like I said, I may be back today. If I don't be back, I'm be back tomorrow. But I need to test this stream to make sure I can fix my signal or whatever's going